Mr. President, you have the Trans-Sahara, and that was the road that was dreamed by the colonial masters, and it runs from Cross River to Ebonyi, Ebonyi to Enugu, Enugu to Benue, Benue to Nasarawa, to Kogi, Nasarawa, and Abuja. And it's a total of 486 kilometers. Mr. President, the first 118 kilometers has been procured, and work is ongoing on reinforced concrete by one carriageway. And we also have the last fourth legacy project, and that is Akwanga to Bauchi, Akwanga to Jos, Jos to Bauchi and Gombe. And we are concluding the procurement, the design and procurement. And let me remind Mr. President that this was the project you requested the Chinese Exim Bank, when we went to China for their funding. And I'm very, very confident that the procurement and the design will be completed. And of course, we also have the 7th Axia Road, which is an evacuation corridor that takes all the goods from the Lekki Deep Sea Port and takes it straight to Ekpe, and from Ekpe to Shagamu Tore. And that is the route for 17 southern states and the majority of northern states. That project has been procured, $651 million US. And Mr. President, we have a number of very major projects that are ongoing in the SIG geopolitical zone. If you look at the northwest, and I told the chairman of the party that he has the greatest beneficiary of road and bridges infrastructure by Mr. President, maybe because he's the national chairman. Mr. President, we inherited the 350 kilometer of Abuja to Kaduna to Zaria to Kano. And at the time we inherited it, a total of 480 kilometers was completed by Julius Berger. After we did 14 months negotiation with Berger, they could not accept. We had to terminate Julius Berger. And then we now section the project, section 1 and 3. 118 kilometers was procured on reinforced concrete pavement for 252 billion. Mr. President, 5 kilometers on reinforced concrete is being achieved on that section. And section 2, which is in Kaduna, is 164 kilometers, which is 82 kilometers by 2, is being procured, and that is 525 billion. Mr. President, you have approved INFEC, and the work is ongoing in that section. We also have the Kano Northern Bypass, we have the Kaduna Eastern Bypass, we have the Malando in Kebbi State, we have the Sokoto. Mr. President, Sokoto to Kaduna is very, very important. You inherited this project. It's 375 kilometers by 2, which is 750 kilometers. And that is Sokoto, you get to Zamfara. And from Zamfara, you get to Katsina, and from Katsina, you get to Kaduna. 4 contractors are on that project. You have the Sokoto axis. Job is ongoing at the Sokoto axis by CBC, and that's reinforced concrete. You get to Zamfara, that's Setraco that is working. You get to Katsina, that is tractor, and you get to Kaduna, and that is mother cart. Work is ongoing. We also have the Zaria to Hunkui, which is 3 sections, 201 kilometers. That has been awarded, and work is ongoing. Time will fail me, Mr. President, to tell you all the projects that are there. But you get to the northeast, you have the section 5 of the Kano Meduguri, which is 105 kilometers, and it's been done by CCCC. Work is ongoing there, and I commend the governor of Borno State. He's always in my office once every 6 weeks about that project. But I want to assure Mr. President that work is ongoing by CCC and is going very well. We also have the Meduguri Ring Road. That's been awarded. Work is ongoing. We have the project in Mubi. We have the project in Adamawa by CCECC. We have the Bauchi Gombe project by Tractor. Works are ongoing. These are just the tip of the icebergs on what we are doing in all the zones. You get to South-South, sir. You are always very interested in East-West Road. But let me say that East-West Road starts from, people argue it starts from Abuja. But if you start from Abuja to Lokoja, you have about 6 contractors that are ongoing. You have, through Crete, that is doing 50 kilometers of the road. And that was the section that was terminated from Bulletin. Reinforced concrete is ongoing. I'm very happy with what is happening in social media. People are commending you very highly for the quality of work going there. You have another 86 kilometers that was terminated from Jito, and work is ongoing there. Ebele, if people don't hear their projects, they will crucify me. Give me another 5 minutes and I'll be okay. Mr. President, we have the 22 kilometer. Those who ply that road will bear me witness. There's a lot of folding of the completed asphalt job, and that is being redone by JRB. But from Lokoja down to Kene, you have two projects that are ongoing there, about 59 kilometers by 2 carriageway, being done by CGC, and there is a flyover there, and work is ongoing. And then from Okene down to Bini Town, Mr. President, we have 4 contractors there. We have CCECC that is on that road. We have CBC, we have BUA, we have also Tractor that is on that section. Work is ongoing in all this section down to Benin. And from Benin down to Warri, we have very terrible terrain. And when we came on board, we decided to redesign the project on reinforced concrete. Today, we have Levant at the beginning. And I want to thank the governor of Edo State, because there is a particular section, a total of 23 kilometers, that is so terrible. And with funding challenges, I appeal to him to take off that 23 kilometers from us. And he did, for a total cost of 35 billion. And so he has engaged CBC to do that section. But the other section is being done by Levant. And the second section is done by Guild. And the third section is done by SKCC. And these are NAMPC funding projects. I'm afraid that the allocation from NAMPC will not complete. So I'll be coming to Mr. President when the funds are exhausted. And from the Warri section down to Port Harcourt section, you have a number of 2 washouts, one at Uwele and another one at Bayelsa. Mr. President has summoned me on the Bayelsa section. Mr. President, that place has been completed, 1 full carriageway, because the road was built on floodplain. But we have raised the road and we use reinforced concrete, and they are doing the second carriageway. People there are very happy. Unfortunately, the governor of Bayelsa is not here. He should have testified. He works like progressive, and I'm sure that he will join us. And so the Eleme Onesa, like I had said before, and you get to Akwa Ibom, you have the Eket bypass. Eket bypass is 20 kilometers and is 76 billion, and is part of the East-West road. Then you get to Akwa Ibom, you have 3 sections of the road, and the first section is done by CCECC, the second section is done by Beja. But after much negotiation and they could not do the job, we terminated it and awarded it to Roycon Nigeria Limited. Work is ongoing, and the last is being done by Samatech. But let me report that this terrain is so bad that we have to use reinforced concrete in doing most of this section. But where our plant is at Oduopani in Cross River, we had to take off about 11.5 kilometers because it's so terrible. So I was on that road for a journey between Cross River and the Akwa Ibom that should take 1.5 hours. It took us 7 hours. And that was what necessitated us to get 11.5 kilometers. And then we asked High Tech, who is already doing project close to the place, to come and intervene. We intend to visit Mr. President for this important. And when we get to Southwest, sir, I'm asked to round off. I want to say, sir, that we have the Ibadan, Ife, Ilesha being done by COPEC. And this project is challenged. I've already appealed to Mr. President. And we have the Ilesha Akure down to Benin. This project is 253 kilometers and is costing 751 billion. Mr. President, funding is the challenge there. Time will fail me to say all the projects. But I must mention in Southeast, sir, you have written the situation in Southeast, because we inherited almost no project in Southeast. But today we have the Onitsha Owerri down to Aba is ongoing. We have the Enugu to Onitsha by CBC and MTN. That project is ongoing. We have project from Enugu to Abakaliki. That project is ongoing. The second Niger bridge, both for Delta and Anambra State, the projects are ongoing. Mr. President, we may have challenges, but I have to commend you very highly, sir, because you are a man that understands that is the work sector that grows the GDP of any nation, upon which other sectors will grow from. I commend you, sir, for the support you've given to us. If Wale can assist us and give us more money, I assure you, sir, that you will have over 50 projects to commission by December. I am privileged to work under you. You are a great man, and I commend you very highly, and I say congratulations, Mr. President. Thank you, sir.